Adopted as a Rotary Club's Millennium Project in the year 2000, ShelterBox has always maintained a very close relationship with Rotary. In 2012, this relationship was cemented by the signing of an agreement for ShelterBox to become the first global project partner of Rotary International.
And this past March, Rotary International welcomed ShelterBox as our first Rotary Project Partner. Many of you know about ShelterBox already. And if you don't, well, you should.
The benefits of this partnership were quickly recognized and presented themselves soon after when ShelterBox was able to deploy to Russia in July 2012 for the first time in its 12-year history. Eva is a response team member and belongs to the Rotarian community. She was part of the team that deployed to Krasnodar in response to the floods.
As an SRT, you only have a really short period of time on the ground. To have this kind of Rotarian network of contacts and volunteers in place when you got there was absolutely invaluable for our deployment to Russia. They had customs cleared already, but then they also had accommodation for us, for the SRTs. They had drivers for every day. We actually had a driver from Rotary every day. During the deployment, I realized that due to the great work of the Rotarians, we were able to deliver all the aid and develop a huge network that can be used in the future within only 11 days. I truly believe that this partnership is actually the key for delivering aid in such short periods of time.
The Rotary Club of St. Petersburg was able to use its contacts to make sure that aid went through customs in half the time it normally would have taken. Stephanie, a member of the Rotary Club, was instrumental in bringing ShelterBox to Russia.
It was very important to get these tents to people who could not stay in this house, but they wanted to stay next to it. The tools inside the box, if you want to repair your house and you lost your belongings, they had been really needed. Every day was another Rotarian working with the volunteers. I really believe that the connections and the commitment of the Rotarians to leave all other things for a time and help. Without them, it would have been just not possible. You should support professionals who know how to act in these situations, and ShelterBox for sure is one of the best options for Rotarians to be first to help in disaster or in catastrophes.
A more recent example of the effectiveness of this partnership was seen as part of ShelterBox's response to the Syrian refugee crisis. A response team collaborated with the Rotary Club of Amman in Jordan to help refugees coming across the border.
These people who are really in bad shape, coming across the border with no food, no shelter, no blankets, and the weather at this time of the year in Jordan, it's very cold. As Rotarians, we do our best to help people.
Whether it's translations, logistics, making introductions, or raising funds and awareness, all over the world, Rotarians like Musen provide ShelterBox with the assistance that is vital and leads to successful results time and time again. The Rotary Club of Amman helped identify a need in Jordan, which meant ShelterBox was one of the first aid agencies to support the refugees soon after they crossed the border. The help ShelterBox receives from the global Rotary network is vital. ShelterBox would like to say thank you for all of your contributions and efforts in raising awareness and funds for families affected by disaster.